Leadoff home runs in back-to-back games. New York is here yesterday. He swings, hits a high fly ball to left and deep. Kwan going back, he's to the track. He looks up, that ball's gone, a home run. It's number 20 for Ohtani.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monaghan. Today is Wednesday, May 28th. And as Max Muncy said post-game on Tuesday night, Shohei Ohtani does stuff that no normal human being can do. I can confidently say nobody has ever said that about me in my life. But there's still time. Ohtani got to number 20 on the year, while Jose Ramirez also got to number 20 in a streak of his own. A squirrel, yes, a squirrel, may have made the Tigers even better. Christian Yelich did something he's never done before in very grand fashion. And there's a new AL home run leader. His name, the Big Dumper. Let's get to it. Shohei Ohtani had 2 straight games with a home run entering Tuesday's matchup against the Guardians. So, what do you think he did in his second at bat of the night? I bet you can guess. Come on, take a guess.
Lifts the first pitch the other way. Kwan steps back onto the track. It is gone! Sky-scraping drive the other way, and Ohtani's got his 20th.
It was Ohtani's 20th home run of the year. He's the first to reach that mark in either league. He is so hot right now. Just an FYI, it took Ohtani 75 games to get to his 20th home run in 2024 during his 54-homer campaign. He just hit his 20th in game 55. So yeah, he's on pace for a cool 59. Meanwhile, Jose Ramirez, the quietly consistent, likely future Hall of Famer that not enough people talk about, was also looking for the number 20, his 20th straight game with a hit. And in the 4th inning, he found his pitch.
Swung on, line drive, base hit, right center. Ramirez singles and the hit streaks at 20.
Ramirez also stole his 14th base. He now has 9 homers, 14 steals, and is hitting .311 with an 885 OPS on the season. People should probably talk about him more. Go out and yell his name from your rooftop. Ramirez's line wasn't enough though, as the Dodgers beat Cleveland 9-5. Dustin May struck out 9, Teoscar Hernandez had 2 hits, and Max Muncy hit a big 3-run homer to put the game away in the 9th. The Dodgers hold their spot in first place in the NL West, while Cleveland falls 6 games back of the Tigers in the AL Central. Entering Tuesday's game against the Giants, the Tigers were already good. In fact, they had the best record in baseball at 35-20. They had maybe the best pitcher on the planet in Tarek Skubal. They had a guy nicknamed Kerry Bonds. Javi Baez was Javi Baez again. And then, in the 1st inning, they were gifted some more good fortune.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but squirrel. Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where? I don't see it.
Squirrel.
That's a black squirrel, too.
Riley Green's like, who invited Rocky here?
Yeah.
Oh boy, the bullpen's on it.
Holton just got scared.
Tyler. Oh boy.
That's
he
what they're notorious
in?
for.
A black squirrel on the field at Comerica Park. Black squirrels, if you didn't know, I actually didn't know until I Googled it, are a symbol of good luck, the opposite of a black cat. And well, a few moments later, in the bottom of the 1st inning,
that ball smashed by Riley Green. Right field, it gets past Yastrzemski. Torres around 3rd. He will score. The Tigers are on the board first as that ball just kept rippling.
the squirrel. It was one of Green's 2 doubles on the night, and the Tigers would score again in the 2nd and again in the 3rd inning to make it 3-0. That was plenty for starter Jack Flaherty.
1-2 on Flores. Oh, wave and a miss. Another curveball. That thing has been a demon ball tonight.
Flaherty went 6 shutout innings, giving up just 2 hits while striking out 8 to outduel Logan Webb. It was the 3rd straight scoreless outing for a Detroit starter. The Tigers won 3-1, moving to an MLB best 36-20 on the year. And now, when the Tigers eventually finish with the best record of all time, sweep every game in the playoffs, and win the World Series, we'll all know why. The Black Squirrel. Let's hope it gets to taste some of that sweet victory champagne too. Coming up, Grand Slams are cool, but do you know what's even cooler? Walk-off Grand Slams. That's after the break. The Brewers did not look like they were going to win their game against the Red Sox last night. The Red Sox scored a run on a wild pitch in the 6th inning, and Milwaukee's offense was shut down by an array of 5 different Boston pitchers over 8 innings. They mustered just 3 hits in that span. One of the racing sausages asked if they could try to take a swing. But then, against Aroldis Chapman, one of the hardest throwing relievers in baseball history, Christian Yelich doubled, got to third on a steal, and Sal, the hit collector Frelick, that's seriously his nickname, delivered.
Line drive! Base hit! Tie game! Sal comes up big again for the Brewers.
A couple of Brewers relievers held the Sox scoreless in the top of the 10th, and then, in the bottom of the inning, the crew loaded the bases against Liam Hendricks. With one out, it was that guy Christian Yelich again, and Christian Yelich did not miss.
Fly ball to deep right! It is way back! And out of here! First career walk-off home run for Yelich! And it is grand!
A walk-off grand salami. Unbelievably, with all the dingers he's hit during his 13-year career, it was Yelich's first career walk-off home run. The 2018 MVP now has 10 homers and 10 steals on the year. The Brewers are now 7-3 in their last 10 and up to 500 on the year, just 6.5 games back in the NL Central. On Wisconsin, or as T-Pain might say it, on Wisconsin. Elsewhere around the league, look out, it's the big dumper.
Out to left field, and he's done it again! It's a multi-homer night for Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh had not one but 2 homers to get to 19 on the year, now one ahead of Judge for first in the AL, and the Mariners beat the Nationals 9-1. Julio Rodriguez also homered in the win. The Phillies, the best team in the National League, took on the Braves on Tuesday, and it was a rough start to the game.
That's in that surgically repaired elbow, too.
Philly fans don't like Spencer Strider as it is because he's an Atlanta Brave, and they're going to dislike him even more after that.
Bryce Harper left the game after getting hit in his surgically repaired elbow. Fortunately, x-rays are negative, and the Phillies are calling it a right elbow contusion. Even better news for Philly, their team took down the Braves 2-0. Ranger Suarez outdueled Spencer Strider, giving up just 4 hits and 0 runs over 6. Max Kepler had an RBI double in the victory. Lars Nootbaar had 3 hits and hit his 8th homer of the season to help the Cardinals to a 7-4 win over the Orioles. Nolan Arenado also homered in the win, as the second-place Cards remain 3 games back in the Central. Down 6-0, the Pirates stormed back to shock the D-backs 9-6. Brian Reynolds was 4-for-4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Henry Davis also homered for Pittsburgh, while Corbin Carroll hit his 16th for Arizona in the loss. Elly De La Cruz hit 2 monster home runs to get to 11 on the season in the Reds' 7-2 win over the Royals.
Crushed to right center. Rave just watches and admires. That was the second level of the cascading water. The Reds lead as Elly De La Cruz goes fishing.
Cody Clemens hit his 5th homer, helping the Twins to a 4-2 win over the red-hot Rays. Clemens has been the best hitter in baseball since May 3rd, among guys with 50 plate appearances, just in front of 2 guys you may have heard of, Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. Minnesota stays 5 games back of the Tigers in second place in the AL Central. Jose Altuve tied a career high with 4 hits, including 2 homers, to help the Astros to an 11-1 stomping of the A's. Hunter Brown, who's been magnificent this year, gave up just a run over 6 innings while striking out 8. His ERA is now down to 2.00 on the year. For any other scores and news, head on over to MLB.com. That's all for today's morning lineup. Mandy Bell will be back with you tomorrow. A couple fun games to keep your eyes on today. At 1:10 Eastern on MLB Network, Clayton Kershaw will take the mound for the Dodgers against the Guardians. Also on MLB Network at 6:45 p.m., Zach Wheeler will start for the Phillies against A.J. Smith-Shawver and the Braves. Sounds like a sick day to me. And as always, please don't forget to leave us a rating and a review, share this podcast with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy all the games today.